Okay, people. I have a few minutes left on this camera. It's still November 13th, 2018. I made a video of this, people, this morning at 4 o'clock this morning on November 13th. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. Okay? Because I work. I go to sleep. I sleep for what my body, whatever. I wake up with screaming ears, whatever. I've been going since 2:30 this morning. It is 11 p.m. the same day. How many hours is that, people? Almost 24 hours I've been up, okay? I've been up for at 2:30 this morning, at 2:30, so 12, 1, 2, in another 3.5 hours, it will be a 24-hour period. It's 11 o'clock now. I will probably not go to sleep for another hour to 2 hours. Almost 24 hours I have been up, okay? And Tisha obviously said, Mom, take a nap this afternoon, right? But I said, no, I'm picking away, clearing out Uncle John's room. Okay, here's the thing, people. What you're going to see after this is what happened tonight when I went to go pick up my grandson. This is my life, my children's lives, my grandson's life, my grandson's and granddaughter's life. Okay? This isn't about them, other than they've imported themselves into my family and they are now beginning to terrorize my family. Because again, I'm getting in the car, having to go out in the rain, whatever it is, snow is coming, doesn't matter, right? To go pick up Amari so that Dad can sit on his fucking ass and have parenting time, right? While all the bitches in his life, the females in his life, do the work for him while he sits up there like some high and mighty fucking king because the court said so, right? So he can have parenting time until we go to trial. Well, let me tell you something, people. If Shimei was alive, we wouldn't be going through this because there would be a restraining order against this guy by now. And that's why she's not alive, people, because she was going to take it to court. She was going to take it to court and have her name put on the birth certificate because she was tricked to have her name not on it. She was going to put it in front of a judge to let the judge know how she had been being terrorized. And that she didn't want anything to do with this dude. Because she didn't believe in him anymore, people. Anyway, my daughter is not here. And now the wrath is coming in my direction. And just like the dream said, before Shimei died and came to fruition, as in the way the dream portrayed her in death from the head up, as she was in that hospital bed after they turned off that machine. Whatever happened to Shimei was going after Tisha into her room next. Okay, here's what's going on. You're going to see my son's car break down tonight. Okay? And you're going to see what I had to do to get it started. And because my son does not have the money to fix his car right now, and he drives anyway to work as best as he can, right? A tree cutter to support himself, right? Not sucking on his mother's tit, right? Financially, he's just not in a position to fix his car. He's not obligated to fix his car so that I can pick up Amari so some guy can sit on his fucking ass dictating to all the women in his life what should be done so that he can have the convenience of visiting his son, even though the man pays no child support, doesn't answer to the family as to what happened to Shimei, right? Gets his sisters to make threats on me to punch me out over a hat. And so on and so on and so on. So Tisha texted and said, well, we know if you are going to pick up Amari on Thursday, you're going to have to bring him home at 8:30. And you know what the mother said? No, it's not happening. No, I lend out my car to somebody else in the neighborhood, and I can't do it. So I'm coming by court order, just like the court said, to pick up Amari at 5:30 on Thursday, and you better find your own way there. Don't care how you do it, because if you don't, I'm not bringing him back until Friday morning, when I go to, quote-unquote, work. Because just remember, these people see me as a welfare bum. But again, follow up on the father's taxes and see over the last several years how much he worked. And I'm the bum. So, should I have called the police when that 22-year-old hottie freaking girl threatened to punch me out in the dark with my grandson running around on a bunch of rocks while I'm holding a baby over a hat that the mother insisted that the baby have and that we don't lose it, even though Tisha had to go back to the park and go hunting for this hat so that the mother wouldn't get all the grandmother wouldn't get all upset about this hat not being on Amari when she came to pick him up, even though Amari has his own clothes. As soon as we hand him over, they take him and they change him into something that they've got at their house, and then they change him back into his clothes and bring him back to us. But yet we're expected to keep this hat on him every time they come back and forth and not lose it, even though we've got Elsie in the house running around picking up all the socks and little things that look like socks, which could be a baby's hat, and scattering them around the house or in the yard because Elsie is like a 14-year-old cat that likes socks, thinks they're kittens, and children's hats. Anything small like that, she just scatters it around. Turned out Tisha lost that hat in the park because she took Amari to the park, and I don't know, it got on the bench or whatever, and hold on a minute. Almost got punched out over that hat, people. In the dark, holding a baby with my grandson running around on rocks where he doesn't even want to be. At freaking 20 to 9 at night. 25 to 9. And now, by court order, they expect me to go take a fucking bus to go pick up Amari, when in fact that's not what the judge, no, that's not what it was. The only reason there was an agreement at the time for this to be happening was because my son offered to let me use his car, people. My lawyer asked my son if I could use the car because it's only fair that I do my share in terms of picking him up twice a week, while the father sits on his fucking ass and does nothing except provoke the situation and is probably creeping my yard right now, people, because the shit's starting to escalate. Because they don't like my YouTube videos. Well, they should have thought about that before my daughter died. It was my daughter who died. Not this other woman's daughter who died. Not this other woman's son who died. But my daughter who died. My daughter who is going to go to court and ask the judge to get a restraining order against this guy. And now she's dead. And whatever she was going through, I'm starting to go through it. And I can't ask my son to go fix his fucking car tomorrow so Dad can sit at home at his mother's house sucking on his mother's tit. So Mother can bring in the baby. And then have me come pick up the baby as his sister is threatening to punch me out in the fucking dark holding the baby while my grandson witnesses it. Over a hat. And now she's threatening the grandmother on that side of the family. Well, I'm not bringing him back until the morning because I work. Well, why don't you tell your son to go fucking work and pay for his own fucking lawyer? I got legal aid. What's so special about your son that he can't get legal aid? But no, you got a lawyer that you pay for. And you got 2 jobs to pay for that lawyer. Why doesn't your son go get a job and pay for his own fucking lawyer? Why don't you just be a decent grandmother and fucking help instead of trying to cause problems? But the court said you're supposed to come pick him up. Yeah, the court said, come pick him up with my with my son's car. Well, my son's car doesn't work anymore. Not to where I can drive it with kids in the car at this point. It's bad enough that he has to go to work to be a tree cutter in the condition that it's in. But don't expect me to fucking do it just so your son can sit there on his ass with his thumb up. Laughing at the judge. Laughing at my dead daughter. Laughing at Andre. Laughing at my other kids. Laughing at Alea May as he looks at his so-called son and can't even acknowledge that he had a mother because he's too busy hiding behind his own mother's skirt because she works. So what do? Call the police when they don't bring him back? It's going to make me look bad, right? I'm the unreasonable one because I was supposed to go pick him up. So therefore, if I don't take a bus at 7:15, with or without Andre, just so I can be there at 8:30 with a stroller, an empty one at that, people, with an empty stroller in the rain to go pick up Amari, right? So that by the time I get home, tonight we got home at 9:45. Busting it, you can almost guarantee it will be about that time when I get home in the pouring rain. Well, this so-called grandmother lies because on the day when Tisha took my keys and I didn't have my house keys, and she phoned and said, my mother doesn't have the house keys, can you bring back Amari? And the woman said, no, I can't because somebody else has my car. When in fact, when I just said, fuck it, okay, fine, went to pick up Amari, door unlocked, whatever, it didn't matter. What can you do? You don't have your house keys, right? And who notices the woman's car? Andre. He goes, there's her car right there in the parking lot. He was the one who noticed it, not me. So she lied. As if she lets her neighbor driving around in her fucking car at 8:30 at night. Once in a while. Lying people. If I don't call the cops, if they don't bring him back, then what? They're going to keep him Tuesday night too and bring him back Wednesday morning? Keep him Thursday night, bring him back Friday, so now they get sleepovers. As they continue to make threats on me on a whim, on the drop of a hat. Because you never know when it's coming, but it's coming. Right? That's a given. Right? I told you I'm being terrorized in my own house. Right? Instead of being terrorized by one now, people, I'm being terrorized by 3. And speaking of 3, I have to say this. I was so impressed with the 3 men, real men. 2 of them were immigrant men. One was Canadian born. It was quite plain to see. And they came and they stayed and they offered assistance right up until my son's car got started. Does that mean my son's car is fixed? No. It just means it got started and I was able to get it home. I can't drive it right now, people, until my son can afford to get it fixed. I can't demand my son to get the car fixed. If these people really want to see Amari, they'll go the mile for Amari. I mean, what is a half an hour? Pick him up, 15 minutes. Bring him back, 15 minutes. Oh, they got to drive back 15 minutes. What is 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 times a week to pick him up, drop him off, to be able to see him from their time, especially when the man sits on his ass and does not one freaking thing. But that's not what I want to say. I want to say the 3 men that stood up tonight and helped me in that gas station to get that car started. One man even offered to drive me home with the baby, right? If I couldn't get the car started and I had to get it towed, he was willing to stand around and wait for a half an hour or however, and he was an immigrant man, or however long it took for this matter with the car to be settled so that I'd have a ride home with the baby. The other man was obviously a mechanic and knew what the fuck he was doing. Burned his hands doing it to get that car started, and brought another car to jumpstart the car with the advice of, well, there's this problem and maybe this problem. If this problem doesn't start in the morning, then this is the only problem you got. If this problem happens, then you've got 2 problems, you know. But at least my son now kind of knows a little better what he's dealing with. The point is, and there was another man there that knew about cars. So there was 3 men that stood up and helped me tonight, people. And 2 of them were immigrants. And I said, God bless you. It restored my faith in humanity. Honest to God, it really did. Because at first, I was like so alone out there tapping this battery with this hammer. And it didn't look like, I asked people if they could help. And no. And then all of a sudden, 3 men showed up out of nowhere. One from that direction, one from that direction, and one from that direction. And they all stayed right till the very end until that car started, to make sure that we were okay. Thank you, sirs. And one other thing, seriously, it's probably going to be a long-ass video, but whatever, people. It's not like I don't try and do or want to do positive things. Because I do, people. I'm tired of this. I don't know what it is. But prior to this, because I don't know what's going to happen now, like I might have to resort to calling the police. And then, of course, I'm the culprit because I'm not compromising by letting the baby have a sleepover. A forced sleepover 2 times a week because I can't pick him up. Just so Dad can never leave the house and suck on his fucking thumb as his mother does his bidding for him. Anyway, I came across this. Look at this. Do you want to see the date on this, people? Can you see it? Where is it? Right there. Do you see that? 1951. I have some as old as 1946. These are old newspapers. This one has a little bit more newspaper in it. Right? Some of them are just single sheets. I was looking at rentals. I have some like classifieds with rentals, a 2-bedroom for $83 a month. Can you imagine that? It relates to some famous hockey dude that was with the, I can't remember the name right now. His name was, he came from Calgary. You see this? There's his name right there. Look at this stamp. 1946. Oh, sorry. 1947. Do you see that? I got like a whole bunch of these pictures. These are the original pictures from whenever he was famous famous hockey guy in Canada. He played in the States too. I just got all this stuff tonight. Sierra brought it, left it outside. It was getting all wet. And I'm like, what is this? Oh, Sierra bringing her papers all the time, papers. I'm digging through this paper box full of papers. And, yeah. So, speaking of something positive, I thought, well, that'll make some fun videos. You know, let's get in touch with some news from 1947 and 1951 and 1955 and, you know, and that kind of stuff, right? U.S. railroads, you know, why not do a video on that? You know, they've got the cartoons in here, everything, and like the old you know, advertisement. And but for the life of me, people, anytime I want to do something positive, you know, I've got those negative people in the background just trying to destroy everything. Like, honest to God, they act like my daughter never existed. They act like they are entitled to take what they want, just like my daughter's life was taken. If my daughter was alive, there would be a restraining order against this person today. And you sure in hell wouldn't be hearing the story in the way it's being told by me right now. And I make no apologies for that, because just as this was from 1947 and today is 2018, in another 40 fucking years from now, these videos will still exist. Okay, people. So this is November 13th, 2018. I am going to go get my grandson now. So it's about 8:15. It's raining outside. You can hear it. Okay, this is what I go through. And I gotta make sure I lock the door. See the rain. It was raining heavier. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna have to walk through the path. There's that vinyl. Do you see? Going through the path. There's the house next door. There's the vinyl. Camera's getting red. And then in here, it's very dark. Can't see shit. And it's rocks and crap. People come in here and scatter crap around. Okay. Who started the car? Who started the car?
I did.
You? All right. I think it's important to document what the fuck I have to go through twice a week, no matter what the weather is. Like, this is pathetic. And this is just coming into winter. November 13th. 8:20 in the evening. Andre is not with us tonight. Oftentimes he is, though. Doesn't like it, though. Alright. Driving glasses. Turn right. There we go.
I don't know how to turn on the heat.
Oh, just wait a minute. It's noisy when I'm driving. Last time I did this, I had 2 bullies on the road that were purposely trying to cause trouble for me for some reason or another. The one going to go pick up Amari, I think, was just some random dude that was impatient. The one coming back from picking up Amari, I'm a little suspicious because he came out of nowhere and he was just being an asshole to rush to the light to turn left, or to turn left, and passed, honked his horn and passed me to go not even 10 feet ahead of me.
That's going to fall. I will just videotape it.
Okay. It doesn't kick out. I poked at it for a while. I poked at it. I really have to pay attention to the road. I poked at it for a while and it kind of made it so it doesn't shh. But it's not as clear as I'd like it to be. So now it's fogging up really bad. Can't see shit. Hold on here. See, I have to drive slow because I get tired by this time. I've been up, people. I've been up since 2:30 this morning.
Okay, Mom, pay attention.
Right? No, I have. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. It is now 8:15.
You're tired.
I am very tired. I'm very tired.
Okay, say bye.
All right.
At Gateway SkyTrain station now.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, this weather is pathetic. Right? You know, and I'm a person with bad eyes, even with driving glasses. You know, that's the thing. Like, I have to get into the slow lane because I'm not trying to be no hot dog. See, there's somebody already coming up behind me. I'm going in the slow lane. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to make sure I get there safely. And I'm going to make sure that I get my family home safely. But at the end of the day, you know, you get all these, like this guy flashing his fucking lights behind me. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, why? There's a red light. He's flashing.
It's a student driver, too.
Well, no, this is what happens. I get in the car, right? Like, I'm not going to speed to a red light, right? The guy is flashing his lights behind me so he can turn right down Skid Row. Like, how does that even work? Right? Like, document this shit. You're going to see the stuff that I have to go through at this time of night to pick up my grandson. Like, it makes me angry. It's not fair. Like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? And Amari doesn't need to be transported around at 9 o'clock at night with Andre in the car yet to boot. And we're just coming into winter. This is mild compared to what's coming over the next 2 months, 3 months. Winter isn't over until freaking April, March, end of March. Oh, look, there's a bus. Now I have to change lanes. Shit.
No, just drive behind the bus.
You can't. The bus is sitting there. It's not doing anything.
Your eyes are not that bad, Mom.
No, but, you know, I'm tired and, you know, I work all day, Tisha. You know that. I'm always doing something in that house. And if I'm not inside, I'm outside.
Yeah.
Right? Like, well, why is the... Ooh. I don't even want to go there with that one right now. Let's just focus on what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what I do 2 times a week, no matter what. Right? Doesn't make any sense. Put it on me.
I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. It's raining.
But you can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it. And this is a mild. Hasn't even started pouring yet. Right? Wait till we're in the middle of winter. You know? How is it that the adults can sit at home and have, you know, just sit in the comforts of their home, and it's the children in the car in this weather at night? Like, how does that make any sense? It doesn't. Absolutely none. All right. Okay, so now we're sitting in a car with it off, waiting. Can you hear the rain, people? Let's listen. I mean, it's chilly. But I'm not going to sit here for 5 minutes with the car running. Doesn't make any sense. So we're just waiting. Okay? Okay, people. You know that Amari struggles with constipation, right? Honest to God, he should not have went today because he was having a hard time, right? Since yesterday, I helped him, Tisha helped him, and 20 minutes before, half an hour before, 20 minutes before it was time to pick him up, he really needed to go poo and he needed some help. Long story short, we asked her to pick up some suppositories for him, right? And to use the suppository. We don't rely on suppositories. Like I've already mentioned, like he's fussy. You can hear him, right? He's been fussy. And anyway, she took him to the pharmacy, and they gave it like some powder or something, saying that, you know, give it a couple of days and it's going to soften it up and all this other crap. And, you know, if that doesn't work, then take him to an emergency. Well, first of all, we've already taken him to a doctor. He said use a suppository, and we've used sometimes. And right now he needs help with this. Did she even tell you what he ate?
No.
Of course not, because Tisha specifically said you need to tell us what he's
On
eating.
multiple bases.
Yeah, you need to tell us. Right, today she really stressed it because he's having a hard time. And like, fuck, man. Like, this is stupid. Like, I'm so angry because she couldn't even stand in the little bit of rain to discuss this with me because, you know...
She just walks away.
Yeah, she just walked away. She just walked away because the pharmacist said. Yeah, well, the doctor said. And we're asking you to do what the doctor said, considering we had to give him to you 20 minutes before you came to pick him up right in the middle of a freaking poop that he couldn't poop out, right? And so we gave her an alternative how to have him do it that would have been done by now if she would have just fucking done it. And she's trying to make it sound like the pharmacist overrules the doctor. But yet I'm the one that's incapable of looking after my grandson, right?
Okay.
Okay, people, listen to this. I can't flood the car. Okay, this is the thing. I am going to go, where? Shoppers Drug Mart?
Yeah.
Because that is apparently the only place that I can go buy suppositories tonight. Right? And I can't even get there because I stopped off at the gas station because, to be honest with you, I forgot my PIN number for my bank card versus going home and all this other stuff. I came in here. Anyway, I ended up using Tap. Okay, whatever. So now we're going to go to the Shoppers Drug Mart to go get suppositories because we can't wait for 2 days. All right? Because that's how serious this is, people. People can die from being constipated. Okay? It happens. And my son's car obviously has a problem with its battery, so now I have to get out there. Where's his hammer? Seriously, this is what I'm going through at fucking 8:45 at night now. Okay? I have to go out there and tap his battery to try and get the connection to kick in, assuming that I haven't flooded the car. Seriously, people, I don't even know how to open my son's hood. I got the hammer. Fucking get. He has a loose in his battery or something, and he's got to like clean the connections or something. I don't even know how to open it. No, you don't want it. There's a way of opening this. And Amari is like constipated in the fucking car, crying. Because that woman couldn't even follow a simple direction. Trying to say that what the doctor said, and in terms of the suppository, is not what the pharmacist said. Just fucking playing games. Excuse me. Can you help me? Please? Oh yeah, just ignore me, right?
You fucking Asian.
Oh my god. Excuse me, sir. Did I not ask this?
I'm gonna call Marcane.
Are you still recording this? You should. This is ridiculous, people. That's what he said. Just tap it. Hold on. I can't believe this. It's flooding. I didn't step on the gas this time. Oh. Does it look like it's been hit right there, right? I gotta get my other glasses. Do you see? Show that. Right there. Do you see that?
It's
right
like
there.
on a slant.
Ooh, what was that?
Okay. Mom, just stop.
Hear it?
I think that was your jacket.
Oh, okay, but right there, right?
Yeah, it's on a slant. I think you have to do it in a mid, like, I don't know what you have to do.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna call Marcane.
Okay, people, I am trying so hard not to get mad. I can't do this. Okay? I can't. I don't know how a person can call themselves a father, honest to God, and sit and have all the bitches in his life do all the work while the baby sits in the car constipated. Right?
Maybe you should close the hood so water doesn't get in it.
Okay, hold on. Let me try this one more time. Where's that hammer? Hold on.
Mom, don't do it.
No, I'm gonna just hold on. I can see better now.
Marcane needs to change his battery.
Yeah. But Marcane's nice enough to let me use his car. Oh, I'm stranded. I'm fucking stranded. Okay, now Tisha's trying. She's gonna tell me when. Nope. Nothing.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you people, they'll have me out here in a buggy taking a bus.
Did you leave anything on in the car?
No, Marcane's battery does this. I think you're doing it too hard, Mom.
What?
I think you're doing it too hard.
No. No, I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Maybe.
No, there's something wrong with the battery.
Anyway, I can't. I'm not.
What about if we try to jumpstart it?
Does it look like anyone's offering to even help us?
Go, you have a hammer.
I know. I already scared one guy.
Oh, Amari, you're okay. We're going home. Yeah, okay, my phone's at 10%. Like, honestly, I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay, bye. My mom has 3 guys working on the car right now.
Okay, well, we just need to get it home. We're getting her started, and I'll just go straight home and park it.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit of corrosion on
Well, yeah, and normally what he does is he whips it and it starts, but it's too long to clean it.
Yeah.
And now it happens to be my fault that it's doing it tonight, right?
Mom, close the door.
Is that it? Well, yeah.
So there's one guy right there. One guy right there. One guy right there. My poor little old mom. Out here 2 days a week. Picking up Amari. In the middle of the night, pretty much. You okay, Amari? You're okay.
Let me know when. When do you want it? Now? Pardon me? What? Pardon me? You need the hammer. He needs the hammer now. Now he needs the hammer. It's a pretty popular hammer. Okay, people. So anyway, it's the starter or something. Not so much the battery it's the actual starter. Somebody's a mechanic out here, and he's been helping. We got 3 guys out here actually right now, and he said he's gonna go get his jumper cables and gonna try and jump start it. But it's not. I mean, there's issues with the battery, but it's the starter. So, where's that hammer? Where'd it go?
I don't know. I think it's. No, he's inside the store.
Okay, well, he's getting his buddy to come with the car to jump start it, but it's the starter I think that's gone on it.
Adam, nice to meet you, Adam.
My son, when he bought this car, I told him like cars are like worse than kids. They can get pretty expensive. Thank you. They can get pretty expensive real quick, right? And here, old Betsy is just wasting away in the back
He's
there.
gonna get you a jumper?
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's my son's hammer. Thank you.
Okay, well, good luck with that. But
Well,
if you guys need a ride or anything,
he's gonna try and jumpstart it. So, I mean, we're gonna have to either get it towed.
don't worry.
But yeah, I might take you up on that ride because I might have to get a tow truck to take it home. But let's see if we can jumpstart it first, and then I can get it home,
Okay.
and then my son can deal with it tomorrow.
Okay,
Or,
that's one I see.
huh? Now?
Oh,
Important. It shows.
I'm gonna leave it running.
Yeah.
No stereo, maybe. You
No, there's no stereo in here.
know? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. I so appreciate it. God bless you. That was so much. Really, seriously.
it's 9:18. Been here for 45 minutes trying to get the car running.
Yeah. I appreciate your offer too. Thank you so much, and God bless you so much. My family appreciates it so much. So, I don't know if it's the starter or the battery, or both.
Hello. Hey.
So it shouldn't turn off, just hold. So here, people, this is what's happening. We have a legitimate, bona fide mechanic on the site here. He's fixing my son's battery so it doesn't jiggle out. Right? He's not afraid to touch.
That's it.
So that makes that connection much tighter now. But we're still having a problem with the starter. Yeah. Yeah, so if it starts tomorrow, don't fix the starter. But if it's not starting and he's got to tap it, then it's the starter.
That one's problem. Change this one, yes.
Change this one.
Yeah, but now you don't want to change because I already started.
It's nice and tight now.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Thank you so much. Oh, my.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the deal. If the car starts tomorrow in the morning, you can put it on me. Then, what do you call it? The starter is okay. The guy that was helping out with the car here knew what he was doing. He was a full-fledged mechanic. He had no problems handling the battery, and because it burned his hands when he was holding down the clamps and doing whatever he was doing to try and get the connection going, he said that's what suggests it might be the starter, right? However, if the car starts in the morning, then don't worry about it, just change the clamps. But if the car is not starting in the morning, then that's the starter too. There's a problem. And he also needs to change the clamps that are connected to the battery. Right? So anyway,